Imagine taking a job that you need desperately. I did that recently. It was the last job I had up north. If you've watched my videos before, you'll know that I spent about 10 months up in Oregon. I needed a job, so I took a job that turns out I could have taken down here, but I didn't realize until after I took the job up there that it was available down here. Frankly, that's kind of not the story I wanted to tell here, but in fact, I think I briefly told it in prior videos. But anyway, I took a job out of state because I needed something. And I was trying to be responsible and not being geographically limited to where I grew up. I've never lived out of LA. So anyway, that first job is not even what I'm talking about. Taking the job that I last had before I left Oregon. I worked for a very small MSP up there. That was 4 months of work. It was the permanent job. It was mediocre pay, but I needed a job. I was being responsible. I could have just thrown my hands up, given up, and come home sooner than later, but I didn't. Turns out the guy that runs the place is fairly narcissistic, probably bipolar, and I put up with it. I thought I was being mature or wise in recognizing what he is and not taking offense or being traumatized by the fact that he's abusive. You can only do that for so long. No matter how desperate you are financially, it's not worth your mental health, because your mental health will eventually affect your physical health. So I got out of there after about 4 months. I found that temporary job down here. Well, it was a part-time job. No, the job I had up north, I kept until I landed a potential job down here. That part-time job is also another story. That fell through. That just didn't turn out to be meant to happen. So, but that job did get me down here. I needed out of that permanent job up in Oregon. So I have to understand that getting back into the workforce, if I don't make things work on my own, my mental health needs to be what it needs to be, and it's stable and in a healthy state. One of the biggest mistakes you can make is taking a wrong job and sticking with it.